All right, the Seattle Seahawks get a flurry of good news before a huge NFC matchup. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel talking about teams that just get overlooked by the national media, Seahawks being one of those teams. We talk a lot about the Seahawks. Even when you went through that little rough patch, we were behind you and we're like, I think they're all right. And sure enough, you've rattled off division wins. You've rattled off 4 in a row, I think it is, and you're right back in it. Not only in it, but you're on top of the division. And now you've got a huge game with the Packers. And here's good news number one. I couldn't find it, but I'm pretty sure that teams that after they play the Lions, which the Packers played the Lions last week, they've only won one time. Teams have only won one time the following week after playing the Lions. The Lions they're physical. I obviously just happen to know this because I'm a Lions fan. So you're getting a team, even though the Packers had a couple extra days because they played on Thursday, teams just don't win after they play the Lions. Could be coincidence, could be actually something with it where the Lions really do play so physical. Could be to your advantage. Next thing is, let's get to it here. Your injury report, the Seahawks rest key players, and I'm going to get to your linebacking core here in just a second. I think it's the best news yet. Some key players are still kind of hanging out, kind of resting. Kenneth Walker being one of those that we're still not sure about, but Leonard Williams, Tyler Lockett, Ernest Jones, rest designation. So why this is good news is because you're in the dog days of the season, right? Just 4 more games to go. These guys are not injured. It just shows they're okay and just getting a rest day. So love that. Next thing, and I said I was going to talk about the linebackers. This is crazy. So 2 things that you did. Ernest Jones, you trade for him, shockingly get him, and he changes your entire defense and, quite frankly, team in the way that you are able to stop the run because of Ernest Jones. And before I go any further, I've been wanting to ask this. As a Seattle Seahawks fan, known for your home field advantage, and I know that it's going to come back this week because we looked at your schedule, and we'll just look at it really quick. We looked at your schedule. The 12s were kind of down, and here's why. You were losing at home. You lost to New York, San Fran, Buffalo, LA. It's just like, okay. So you lost your first 4 out of 5 home games. And then you've been on the road for the last 3 out of 4. You played Arizona, beat them, so the crowd's like, okay, I can get behind this a little bit. Then you've been on the road. Now you come home Sunday night, Green Bay, let's go. The 12's going to be back. So let me know in the comments the best couple, because I know you want to put yourself in there, as you should, but like, what are the best couple home fields right now in the NFL? Again, I think the 12s, if I'm being honest, fell off a little bit. Rightfully so. It's like, we just haven't really have home success, but now it's going to be back this week. Can't wait to see it. But let me know in the comments. Honestly, I think it's the Lions and the Seahawks have great home field advantages. When I think of a home field advantage, I think of the Seahawks. I do. The Saints had one there with Drew Brees, like a crazy home field. Even the Packers have a home field advantage just because of everything going on there. So let me know in the comments. Okay. I was talking about Ernest Jones, what he's done. Tyrese Knight is up for he is like rookie of the week or something like that. So like that's good news. You're getting your linebackers, your run defense, the whole thing is there. And Ernest Jones said he wants this defense to be remembered. And so the good news there is just like, we were down and out. And the next thing you know, this guy comes in and is changing everything for the defense. So here's what Jones said about him. He said he's done a great job. We're always together in the building, always watching film together. So we see the game through the same lens. It's easy with us too. We're the same person almost. It's like, this is huge. Pair him with Leonard Williams. This defense is like, this is what we were hoping for, and it's finally panning out if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan. You've got the defense here's the next good news. The confidence and momentum couldn't be higher if you're a Seahawks fan. And I think that's where you just got to be so excited. So as we do transition and look at this schedule, it's like, okay, Green Bay, Minnesota, NFC games, here we go. Here's the thing you're looking at when you see this is you look at it and you're like, all right, for Green Bay and Minnesota, the Lions are leading the division. So you're playing for seeding and home field advantage again because Green Bay, Minnesota probably going to make the playoffs, and that's who you guys are going to see. And if you don't win the division, oh no, it would be the division winners. I'm sorry. The division winners get home field. So this is who you would be playing. You'd be home and you'd be playing one of these two guys again. So it's like, all right, I want to see what we got here. And then Chicago and LA. So this schedule is, man, these last 4 games are, this is how I would say it. Let's find out. Like, let's see where we're at. If we can't compete with these teams, 3 out of 4 of these will probably be in the playoffs. I just say probably because LA, 2 for sure. Let's find out now where we're at. Are we a playoff team? Can we win in the playoffs? What does that even look like? Because if we can't win these, then it's like, well, then we shouldn't even be in the playoffs anyway, and fine. Right? So if you can't win these 4 games here, then it's like, all right, we lose the division lead, we don't make the playoffs or whatever. It's like, well, we couldn't win them when we had to. So I think I got to be excited if I'm a Seahawks fan at what's going to happen here over the next 4 weeks. Because, again, Leonard Williams couldn't be playing any better. Ernest Jones, Tyrese Knight, quarterback starting to come along. DK Metcalf, who gets dogged at times, rightfully so, yet guys love him, plays hard, does things outside of the box score. It's like, okay, what can you say? It's like, all right, fine. I like him. I think he can do everything that you're asking. So, again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, especially obviously if you're a Seahawks fan. We do a lot of Seahawks videos, and can't wait to see it, right? Because we're being Lions fans, it's like, all right, what do we got here? What do we I mean, there's just playoffs are going to be crazy. Anyway you look at it, it's going to be crazy. Just because a lot of good teams are starting to emerge now. Seahawks being one of those teams. Again, you can look back. We were positive and thinking things were good back when you weren't winning. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll see all of you on the next one.